right, welcome back to the saga that is creating our Mario game. So in this video, I'm just going to walk through how to create an enemy. It's a really simple enemy that just forever walks from right to left, just like the clouds. Except this one, if he touches you, death, restart the game. But if you overcome the obstacle, you win. Shangri-La, the promised land. So, okay. I get excited over this stuff. So I'm going to go to the Goomba. Originally, I'd imported the sprite, right? The whole sprite sheet. And then I just hit it. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that. And since I ever hit it, I'm going to make sure to show it every time when the game starts. Okay, so when I start the game now, whoa, there is all of the sprites. So I'm going to go into this costume and I'm going to edit it. And I'm going to say I need at least 2. So before I delete them, I'm going to duplicate this. So I have at least 2. Okay, and I'm just going to get 2 little walking footprints, right? I'm going to get one with like the feet up and one with the feet down. If you really want to, you could get like 10. So I could, for example, go through this whole saga. I mean, that's more like jumping an ow, but like maybe like this one to this one would be a good full walk, or maybe just these 4. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Okay, let's erase everything else, and let's just go with these 4. So I'm going to hit OK so I don't have to redo this. That's efficiency. So I'm going to duplicate this sprite 4 times. Okay, I'm going to rename them to Goomba Run 1, or who knows, Goomba Run 2, it doesn't matter, right? So Goomba Run 2, I'm going to, for efficiency, again, I'm going to copy that so I don't have to retype it. I'm going to right-click, rename 3. I'm going to right-click, rename 4. Programming is all about efficiency. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit each of these. So it gets really quick and easy. So I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to choose the center. The center, I'm going to do his mouth. Okay. Right. Oh, that's hard to see. There we go. And then I'm going to edit this one. I'm going to keep the second one this time. So transparent rectangle over the others. I'm going to center in on as best I can the middle of the mouth. And then I'm going to go to this one. Same thing. I'm going to transparent rectangle, but this time keep the third. And I'm going to over the mouth. Now, if I was a pro animator, there would be some actually left to right wiggle here, where like when you step on one foot, your hips move to the side kind of thing. I am not a pro animator, so... This is what we get, okay? And then we put this in the mouth. There we go. Now, all I'm going to do to start, just to test this out, is I'm going to throw in a little forever loop. I'm going to try and pick the best speed of next costume weight. Maybe we'll try 0.1, because that's a good starting position. Hey, that looks pretty good right there. Okay, and now we're just going to get him to forever move. So I kind of like that height, but maybe on the ground is better. Maybe, yeah, I don't like seeing the blue between his legs. So maybe that's the perfect height. Or even a little higher maybe. Like, there we go. That's the perfect height. Or should he be on there? I don't know, aesthetically. Is he floating, paddling? There we go. We'll find the middle. Okay, so we'll say that's his Y value. So let's go to motion. All right, so -76. So at the beginning of the game, I'm going to say go to, and I'm even going to start him out of the screen. So let's go 260. The Y value I chose was -76. So right now when I start, he's going to be out of the screen. He's out there on the right. If I check the X position, he's out there at 260. But I want him to walk into the screen and intimidate Mario. Like, good golly, an enemy. Zonks, zoinga. I don't know what you do. Okay, so we don't want to put motion in with a wait time. Because like, for example, if I do that, let's do change X by, I don't know, -10. That's a pretty fast speed. But watch what happens. See how it's like choppy? What we want instead is, let's duplicate. The animation is going to always happen separate than motion and sensing. Motion and sensing needs to happen without a forever loop. Whoa, and see, now that's way too fast because there's no wait time. Let's do -3 and start again. Oh, here comes the enemy. That's too fast. I'm going to go -2. Let's try again. Oh, there we go. Here comes the enemy for you, Mario. So obviously we don't have collision detection yet. We don't need this go to the center and show on both. We only need it on one. All right, so we've got him forever moving. Now, just like we did with the clouds, we're going to say, hey, if you go out of the screen, because right now the Goomba's at who knows what, right? Motion, you check X position. We're in the 2000s already. We need to bring this guy back, okay? Now, in the video game world, maybe people think, oh my gosh, there's another Goomba, another. We're going to reuse the few Goombas we have. Because in real video games, a lot of it's about efficiency. What you can get away with to save frame rate and save from like creating and destroying lots of memory and just garbage collection. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, if this guy, he's going to forever move. Don't worry about that. But if he ever gets too far to the left, right? So we'll go to motion. I'm selecting the Goomba. So I'm talking about the Goomba's X position. So if it ever gets less than, again, I like 300. But for this guy, since he's so small, we could do like 270, whatever. It doesn't matter. Then we could set his value to 270. So there we go. Look at that. Let's see how smoothly he goes out and in. Oh, and he's right back. He's right back. Okay, so we got him moving just fine. But now we need some collision detection. Now, the biggest problem people have when they do this is, let's say we have like number of lives. You don't need to do this, but I just made a variable called lives. And I'm going to go over to Mario. And at the beginning, I'm going to say set lives to 3. Okay, actually I'll do it in the left-right motion. Whoa, where'd it go? It just disappeared. Whoa, that was crazy. Anyways, I'm going to set, over here on the motion, I'm going to set lives to 3. And then I'm just going to throw in here, if I'm ever touching, so that's sensing, right? You're sensing surroundings, you're sensing anything. So if I'm ever touching it, this drop-down menu is choosing other objects. And because I've named things clearly, I can just go here. Now, these are the 3 defaults that are always there, but then under the black line are the other objects in the game. So if I'm ever touching Goomba, I'm going to say, go ahead and change the variable lives by -1. Okay, so let's start this over. So I'm at 3 lives. And now what happens is the Goomba comes and boom, I just lost 38 lives. Let's see this time. Boom! Oh, that time I lost like 39 lives. So I'm losing so many lives. So 2 things you want to keep in mind when you're doing this detection of collisions, okay? One is, whenever you detect the first collision, stop. Don't detect it 39 times. Instead, detect it once and say, I detected it, and then remove the collision. So right away I'd say, hey, these 2 are touching, let's separate them, and then let's take away the live. The second thing to keep in mind is, don't have both sensing. If you have Mario and Goomba sensing, and both of them say, as soon as I detect touching the enemy, and I then separate and take away a live, what's going to happen is maybe Mario detects collision, or let's even say Goomba detects the collision and moves away, but Mario's code was up here in the forever loop. And then by the time it gets down here to say, am I touching Goomba? The Goomba's already touched Mario and left. So don't have 2 separate places getting collision. Instead, what we'll do is we'll say, okay, so we've got this animated enemy. What we're going to do is say, hey, you know what? Yeah, sure. In here with no wait times and no repeat loop. So we're not getting stuck in a wait. We're not getting stuck in a repeat. This is an instantaneous loop running so many times, and we don't need the enemies, okay? Or the lives. We can get rid of the lives. I can click on delete variable and delete the lives. What I want to do is just simply say, if I'm touching the Goomba, then I want to reset everything in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to broadcast a message. And I'm going to say broadcast and wait. Now, I find broadcast to be a little less reliable because by the time you broadcast and move on, you might be stumbling over the same code. So broadcast and wait says send a message and wait till all scripts have run, then come back here and start this loop again. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say broadcast and wait a message, okay? Now, it could be something really clear, like Mario touched Goomba, okay? It could be in Mario detected that Mario touched Goomba. Like, it can be as clear as you want, right? So here's a message I'm broadcasting. Now what I want is, what broadcast does is it just pings every object in the game universe and says, hey, everybody, there's this message. I'm waiting to make sure you all got it and you all did whatever you need to do. And then we're coming back and we're running the code, okay? So I want to reset everything. Now I kept all my resets right under the green flags right up here. So all I need to do is take all this reset stuff and put it under a when I receive, where is it? When I receive, and there's only one message. Mario detected touched Goomba. Okay, so when I receive that message, reset everything. Go over to the Goomba, and again, look, up here I didn't reset. Over here I only reset show and position, and I just put that on when I receive Mario touched Goomba. Then I go over here and go, oh, look at that setup at the original of the game. When I receive Mario detected touch Goomba, right? Then I go to the cloud. Same thing, everything that needs setting up at the beginning of the game. I go when I receive Mario detected touching Goomba. Over here, same thing. So every single object's variables that need resetting, I'm going to go ahead and reset them as soon as I got that message, okay? So now let's play, okay? Boom, everything resets. Even the clouds, boom, everything resets, okay? So let's try and jump over. Oh, I didn't make it. Oh, and look at that. What happens, and this is a kind of glitch to deal with. So if I'm in mid-jump when I reset, I end up going out of the ground. Now, you don't need to fix that. As a beginning programmer, you can just leave that as is. Oh, I died, everything reset. And if you don't want like the clouds to reset and stuff, then don't reset the clouds. Just reset Mario, sure. Put that right back here. I don't want the background to reset. I want it to seem like the world is persistent and exists regardless of whether Mario died or not. The world just keeps on rolling by. It's only Mario that resets. See, I'm moving. Oh, all the clouds and backgrounds stay where they were, but wait for it. Boom. See, so that's totally a game designer's perspective, or the programmer, what you want to do. Now, I could keep doing that lower and lower, but one way you can do this, well, I'll say there's a lot. There's no easy, clean fix for this, but there's a lot of different ways to do this on how you handle when I'm jumping and when I'm resetting. One way to do it is to handle resets. Like, I'm going to leave this for the next video, debugging. So this is good enough. So we've got an enemy that works. Okay, when I touch him, I reset. He resets. You could even say something quickly like reset, and part of the reset is, oh no, I died. I like just doing it for like 1 second. Ready, set, go. Oh no, I died. Oh no, I died. Oh no, I died. Oh, I'm actually going to put it after the go to, so that way I first move back. Oh no, I died. Oh no, I died. And then, oh no, I died. So I'm going to leave that as the video for now, and in the next video we'll clean up that jump glitch, okay?